Sandy's going to go through and talk about enabling technology with web services. Sandy's from NXA, which most of you guys know. If you don't know Sandy, you should. You're up.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Actually, I want to make this an open discussion, a lot of it, so make it really user group feeling. So let me ask, just with a show of hands, how many people here are already familiar with NextAxiom and our hyperservice platform? Okay. It might be easier for me to see who's not. Okay, so we got some out here that are not. Great. Okay, so I have to start. David says I have to start with the safe harbor. And David, do I read the safe harbor or just let everybody?
They know what it says.
Yeah, okay.
Remember what I told you.
All right, so today we're going to talk about, and I know the title says something about, what's our title?
I don't know. I made it up. I should know. Enabling integration technologies with web services.
Yes, enabling integration technologies with web services. So the interesting thing is David, when he asked me to do this talk, he asked me to talk about how to prepare you for Asset Suite 9.0. So that's what I made my talk about, and that's what he wants me to talk about, actually. So it's really how to use the NextAxiom hyperservice platform and externalize your customizations and thereby get ready for 9.0. So what we'll be talking about, I'll give you a little overview because there's some of you in the audience that don't know about our platform, and actually some of you that do know our platform just know it in one context. So I'll kind of maybe familiarize you with the actual platform that you already have embedded in Asset Suite. Then we're going to skip into externalizing customizations, and I'm going to talk about what you can do today. Doesn't matter what version you're on. A lot of you I know are upgrading to Asset Suite 8 right now, but even the older versions, it doesn't matter where you're on. What I'm going to talk about in that section applies to things you can do today to externalize your customizations and thereby get ready for the Asset Suite 9.0. And as you probably all know, the reason you need to get ready is because you will not have source code available, with Asset Suite like you're used to having. It sounds scary, sounds like a big move, but it's going to be a really fantastic thing for you. It's going to save you a lot of cost and time on future upgrades. So you'll actually be happy that you have to go through the pain. So we'll talk about FA tailoring and using hyperservices, and I'm going to give examples. We'll talk about FA workflows and hyperservices, and I'm going to give examples. And in that section, what I want to achieve is I want to inspire you. I hope that you leave inspired with ideas, because I'm going to show things that customers have done already, and they've done some phenomenal things, and hopefully it gets the gears moving. So that's my goal. Externalizing customizations is a topic specific to Asset Suite 9. So Asset Suite has created an extension framework, which is pretty exciting, actually. It's a framework that actually allows you to externalize your customizations really easily. It gives you a lot of points for doing that. If you were in Krishnan's talk, you probably got the very detailed view of that. I'm going to give you the 20,000-foot view. But we'll talk about that. So again, pre-9.0, what you can do to prepare, and then once you get 9.0, the extra things that you can do once you've got 9.0. But first we'll start with an overview. So the NextAxiom platform is embedded, as you all know, in Asset Suite. And I'm just going to show a little architecture picture. It's not little, it looks kind of busy, but basically with Asset Suite, you've got the foundation architecture layer, and as you know, that the user interface, the front-end presentation layer engine is in there. Our NextAxiom SRE, which stands for Hyperservice Runtime Environment, is also embedded inside of foundation architecture. So everyone here that has foundation architecture has our platform. You have a license to use it. And in the next few slides, I want to show you maybe some of the powers that you might not know you had and the things that you can do with that existing license. So below that picture are the Asset Suite modules and the Asset Suite database. Up in the right-hand corner is HyperService Studio, which is our development IDE. So you all get unlimited copies of that. As part of that is an Asset Suite wizard that allows you to systematically call any single module that's down there. So you can actually start to creatively use these modules that Asset Suite itself is built on, and you can creatively use them in new ways that are not ways that the baseline gave you. So we'll talk about that. Also, other applications can call hyperservices that you have built in our layer. So you might have other applications like user experiences. Maybe you have SAP Financials, and from SAP NetWeaver, you want to call Asset Suite, retrieve Asset Suite data or even update it. You can call hyperservices, and that's actually part of your license, these external tools. Or maybe you have an ESB and you want it to call in. Okay, about the hyperservice platform, this is really a 20,000-foot view. I want you to actually know what our goal was when we built the platform and what we were trying to achieve, and I'm going to make an analogy. We're actually a virtualization platform, and many of you might have been using us for many years and not have realized this, but that's actually what we are. Now, when I say virtualization, if you're a technical person, you're going to immediately think hardware virtualization, VMware, those kind of technologies. We're exactly the opposite. So VMware does virtualize. It takes one physical machine and it makes it appear as if it's many. So it's a one-to-many virtualization. It's a very powerful thing. It makes hardware costs a lot less and the usage much more. On top of that, or on top of the physical machine, we don't care, lie your applications and your systems. This is everything you have in your IT house, including your homegrown systems. What our platform does is it virtualizes all those systems with our virtual machine, and we make it appear as if all those single silos are one single application. So we're really trying to give you a silo-free environment for developing your applications. And you can build all sorts of things on top of this. Now, in your context that you're used to, you're sitting on top of one single application, and it's Asset Suite. And if you've been using it, you'll see it's pretty powerful just on top of one application. But the context of the app, just to give you a 20,000-foot view, that is it. So you'll hear me say hyperservice virtual machine. That's actually what's executing the hyperservices. So building solutions with hyperservices, what does that look like, especially for those of you that have never done it? So down below, in Asset Suite, there's a very important box there, but also our platform was built to sit on top of any app, but in your context, the Asset Suite's the most important. What we've done is we allow any application, even your homegrown apps, what we do is we componentize the functions of those apps as graphical building blocks that we call hyperservices. And this is really our secret sauce. The hyperservice is everything that makes us unique and special. So this graphical program building block, let's make it specific to the context of Asset Suite. If you want to set a task to working, well, Asset Suite already has a module to do that. We sit on top of that module that sets a task to working and graphically and allow you to call it. The nice thing to your developers, because it's silo-free, because it's universal, they don't care that we just called an Asset Suite module. They're just using a graphical program building block with inputs and outputs. But yet they've got that power. Now, it's what you do on top of this that's exciting. So you can build solutions. You can build new hyperservice components and put any logic you would like. And there's no code. There's no code generated, and there's no code. It's our virtual machine executing this. Every single hyperservice is standards-based and can be called by other applications. Most importantly, FA can call hyperservices in memory, out of the box. So FA was designed to call hyperservices, and when you build solutions, new solutions, that's exactly what you're doing. Okay, a little bit more, 5 more minutes about hyperservices, so you can see, because I'm going to tell you, you should really externalize your customizations.